Welcome to the Spurs 9501 podcast. From Kane to the Lane, the final say on all things Tottenham. Here are your hosts, Steve, Ray, Cam and Jam.
This is Ray from Spurs 9501. I just wanted to introduce this short video we did with Cam, Steve and Jam just to get their views on who they think the next manager will be. You'll hear some interesting ideas, some interesting thoughts, and Cam will tell you somebody who he thinks will be the next manager, which will be a bit of a surprise to me. But have a look at the video, see what you think. Take care. Bye. Everybody, welcome back to the Spurs 9501 podcast. Welcome back to all our YouTube viewers, all our podcast listeners. I've got this is Ray in London. I've got Steve in London, Jam in Connecticut, and Cam in Florida. What we want to talk about, there's been a lot of talk about about who the next Tottenham Hotspur manager is going to be. So we just want to do a quick video for you guys to give you our thoughts on who we think should be the next Spurs manager. So I'm going to start with Jam, and I want you to tell me who do you think should be the next Tottenham Hotspur manager.
So who do I think? I've got names written down. I haven't got one settled on. Obviously, it kind of depends on what they want to do with their lives.
Yeah, but if I'm making
if I had a choice, I mean, so the little manager right now, he's doing an excellent job. I can't pronounce his name. Christopher Galtier.
Yeah.
Doing their first top of the league right now, above PSG, and I mean, they could easily win this league. He's been there for I think 2 seasons, and he was at Bordeaux before that, I believe, for like 5-6 seasons.
Yeah.
And then there's also Sevilla's manager, Julen Lopetegui. Previously Real Madrid manager, after he was sacked being Spain manager, if we all remember, during the World Cup. Yeah. It's excellent. But he's doing a good job at Sevilla. You know, everyone knows Sevilla and their history of being a constantly good team. Experience with Real Madrid, can handle big players. Those would be my top 2 choices.
Okay. Galtier and Lopetegui.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Third choice maybe in there. I mean, I don't think this would happen. Conte, it's not going to come to us.
Yeah, I would love Conte to come. But he's not
and then realistic choices, I got Bielsa, Parker, or Gerrard.
Parker, okay. Parker, Bielsa, Gerrard, okay. Steve, first of all, there's 2 points here. Who do you want to be the next manager, which is different to who do you think is going to be the next manager? So go ahead.
Well, who I would want to be the next Spurs manager is Brian Clough, but unfortunately he's dead.
Yeah.
So
other than that, he's available, is he?
Yeah, having ruled him out, I'm sort of going with what appears to be the bookie's favourite. I know you won't agree with me, Ray, which is that Brendan Rodgers.
Okay.
And if not, I think he plays good football, and I think that he doesn't seem to me to be to sort of overly coach. What do I know? But I mean, the other person we've been linked with, is it Ralf Rangnick from the German league, who I think is admired as a coach. And I thought we've had enough coaching. We want someone who can manage players and motivate them. You know, have man management skills and let people express themselves. So I think Brendan Rodgers does that. The other person may be Scott Parker, who's been linked as well. But I think I'll completely disagree with Kamal, and I'll say ideally I think in terms of who we can reasonably get, it would be Brendan Rodgers.
So you think Brendan Rodgers, but if he doesn't come, who do you think we're going to get?
Well, I think you're then into to Scott Parker, Graham Potter, people like that. Okay,
good. Cam, who do you think? Again, who do you want to be the next manager, and then who do you think will be the next manager?
Well, Steve and me are in different countries, so we can argue and fight very easily. And I'm going to argue with him very strongly. What I feel very passionate about is any manager that comes on TV and says, I don't want to manage Spurs, then I don't want him in my club.
But he can't come and say he wants to be... Hold on a second. Hold on. He can't come on TV and say, I want to be Spurs manager, because he's contracted to Leicester.
He could have kept his mouth shut. And firstly, the most important thing is, right, I want a manager that wants to manage our team. I want a manager who wants to be passionate, not the one that we go running behind, trying to chase. And secondly, the biggest thing I've got about Rodgers is we might as well look at Pochettino, we're going to go this way, is he's a manager that bottles it at the end. Leicester bottled it last season, dropped out of top 4. They just had a 1-1 draw right now. Watched them bottle it in the FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea. No chance of they winning that. I mean, he did it at Liverpool. if he hadn't had,
he's ideal for Spurs, then, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he had Suarez at Liverpool that got him to, I think, the second position, but bottled it. And I'd rather. I mean, I like what Jam says with this the Lille manager. I do like that idea. But
Christophe Galtier,
my view very strongly about the Spurs manager is we want two things. One is going out and paying 25-30 million to buy a manager out of a contract without any track record, who doesn't probably even want to be here, and just buying them because you're offering them stupid money. Hasn't worked with Mourinho, and look where it's landed us. I want a hungry manager. I want a manager that needs something to prove, and a manager that really wants to take Spurs.
So who do you want then?
When we had Pochettino. Well, for me, I think that if we can't find anybody, then we stick with Ryan Mason and Ledley King, or we go for. I mean, the only people that I can see that are coming up is we go for a 1 to 2 year manager, whilst other managers become free, and we either get a Benitez. We get this, we maybe even get Harry Redknapp and see how Scott Parker and other people fare. To bring in a Brighton manager who has only just got them 2 paces with all the money that he had and the players that he signed last season, and only just got them out of the relegation battle, is very different from bringing Scott Parker in, who had a very tough team, very small squad, and actually did probably better than anyone expected in terms of what they did. So if it was a choice between Potter or Parker, I'd definitely go for Parker. And he's also got Spurs blood in him. And what's important for me is I need some passion back. I need, we're used to losing. We know we're going to lose. We know all the other teams are going to do better than that. But what we want to see is what we saw today, which is something that proves to us that the manager cares about the team, and is not so dogmatic like Mourinho was, that actually takes out the abilities of the players to play football unless they play exactly how he wants to play. We want freedom on the pitch, and we want to get out there and start winning some games.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So I think I worked out that you don't want Brendan Rodgers and you do want Scott Parker. I think that's what I got from that anyway.
I'll take.
You take Rafa Benitez, okay.
Or Klinsmann.
Oh, Klinsmann. Okay, Klinsmann. Yeah, he's great. Okay, so for my thoughts are, and I don't know if you're going to think I'm mad or something, but I think there's only one guy that can actually do this, and it's Graham Potter. The type of football he's playing at Brighton is, you got to see these guys play. They're playing really lovely football. He hasn't got if he had better players, he'd be way higher up the league. He's won at Anfield. He's played really well. This guy is a really good manager, And if we got Potter and we've got Harry, we'll have Harry Potter, and we can't lose then, can we? So I think Graham Potter, but I don't think Graham Potter's going to be allowed to join because he's not high profile enough for Tottenham.
Yeah.
I don't want Brendan Rodgers. And if it's just a short-term appointment, Rafa Benitez is probably good. I would love to have Antonio Conte because he's just won Serie A with Inter, but he's not going to come. I think we're not actually a great lure for any of the top managers now. Eric Ten Hag doesn't want to come. Allegri's not showing any interest. The only people who are interested are people at work like Ragnick and Benitez. These are the guys. But what do you guys think about Hansi Flick? Cam, what do you think about Hansi Flick coming in?
Well, again, I think that I thought he was going to be lined up for the.
There's no guarantee there is. No.
Again, a bit old. Walked away from Bayern.
He's younger than Mourinho.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was his early 60s.
No, he's not. He's 56. He's younger than Mourinho.
Okay. Well, but probably I'd say in terms of the problem with the Hansi Flicks of this world is he's got a team where he's managed like Bayern Munich with all the best players that they can get in Germany. He's coming into Tottenham where there needs to be a major rebuild. Who would you trust with a rebuild? Would you trust a Hansi Flick with a rebuild? I'm not so sure. But this team needs to be rebuilt, and we need to bring in a manager that understands how to do that. Pochettino did it at first, and then they refused to give him any money. And we really need... We know that the team needs to be rebuilt with no money at all. So how do we go about that? And the part of the thing that I like about Mason is he's rebuilding with trying to get Dele back in the team. He's rebuilding by giving freedom to Bell to play. He's bringing Winks back, and I don't think Winks has been doing so badly as he's brought him back. He's bringing players in. If you give him the players that are out on loan, if we get Skip back, if we get Sessegnon back, maybe we can rebuild that way. But I mean, we need a manager that can actually rebuild this team, and I'm not sure that Flick is that guy.
Okay, let me throw some names at you, Steve. Eddie Howe. Steve?
Yeah, I'd be quite happy with that. I think the problem we've got is that we're expected to go continental, aren't we? Big clubs, which we like to think we are, we're expected to go continental. And the other factor, which we haven't really talked about, is what manager would keep Kane. Yeah. And I'm not sure if anyone we've talked about would necessarily do that.
Is there a manager out there that would keep Kane? Is there a manager we could hire that would?
Out there? There might be, but I don't think they would come to Spurs. So yeah, that's we're back to the rebuilding job, because I suspect we will use the money from Kane to try and start that process.
Jam, let me ask you: is Tottenham such a big lure now? People like Eric Ten Hag, Ajax not interested. Nagelsmann was never going to come. Others have said they're not interested. Rodgers doesn't really want to come. Are we such a big lure? We're probably not going to get top 4. We're not going to win anything. Why would anybody want to come?
I mean, on top of our positioning and our Tottenham, knowing Tottenham as a club, you have to work with Daniel Levy. So that's another something to point against us. Yeah. No, I don't think we're such a big lure, but at the same time, saying we're not a rich club is not true, because we're still a very rich club, and I'm sure.
I didn't say we weren't a rich club. I didn't say we're not going to win anything.
We're not going to. As far as richness, we're not going to buy players, but we are still going to pay our manager probably third, fourth best paid manager in the league. So there's that.
Okay.
Which is why I think definitely, like when Dad said, someone who is more hungry and is not there for the money. They just want to prove themselves as a manager, Scott Parker. And I've no problem with Mason, Ryan Mason staying for another season. Or, I would prefer someone more experienced, but,
Okay, let's wrap it up now. I want one name from you who you think, I want a prediction on who the next manager is going to be. Starting with you, Cam. Who's the next manager going to be? Klinsmann. Okay.
Just
Steve?
throw it out there.
I think it will be Brendan Rodgers. The bookies are very rarely wrong.
Yeah. Jam?
I think we're going to see some Daniel Levy magic, and he's going to get Bielsa in there.
Okay, Bielsa. I think it's going to be... I really hope I'm right. I hope it's Scotty P. I hope we get Scotty Parker. I think it'd be great for the club. He'll bring the young players through. He'll be the rebuild. You said he's got Tottenham blood in him. I agree with you. He's the Tottenham blood. He knows that he was an academy manager, so I really hope it's Scott Parker. So, guys, it's a big thing here. We'll see what happens. This could be a massive turning point for the club. I'm just upset that Daniel Levy's making the decision, because he hasn't done anything right so far. But we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate your time. This is Ray. Thank you to all our viewers on the Spurs 9501 podcast, all our listeners. It's goodbye from Ray in London. Steve?
And Steve in London. Come on, you lily whites.
Jam?
Connecticut. Come on, you Spurs.
And Cam, are you strong enough to get out of Come on, you Spurs?
Just about. Come on, you Spurs. Let's win the next 4 games, and let's get a manager. I'll be very happy with Scotty P. Goodbye from Florida.
Okay, goodbye from Ray. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to all our viewers. We'll see you on the next podcast. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Come on, you Spurs.
You've been listening to the Spurs 9501 podcast. Stay in touch, continue the debate, and let us know what you want to discuss by finding us on YouTube. Tune in after the next match day for more insight. Thanks for listening.